So after the show, we're going to invite you guys to ask a few more questions, put your hands on it, and really check it out. But to move on, I would like to introduce the next camera that I'm extremely excited about. Sony sent us this camera on Tuesday, and I was thinking, how am I really going to show it to you guys? And what I did was invite a friend of mine, Andrew Peterson, happens to be a camera operator running Roots Production. He and I hit South Beach with my man VJ Brinsane back there, and we did some test footage for you. So, Virg, have we got this clip, some test footage from the F350, or from the PMW 350?
Yes, we do.
Awesome, awesome, roll it.
Hi, this is Bonnie, and you're watching the Jesse Miller Show with Jesse Miller, and this is shot on a Sony 350.
All right, you're watching the Jesse Miller Show with Jesse Miller. Special test footage of Sony's PMW 350. Before you can buy it, Midtown's got it. You know what I got to say about it. Totally awesome. But don't take my word for it. Let's talk to some other people, see what they think about the 350.
Getting my picture taken.
You love getting your picture taken,
yeah.
But you don't care what the latest, newest video camera coming out is, not so much, right? If you were on internet television, wouldn't you want to be on the badassest, high-definitionist, best camera available?
Yes.
Well, good for you.
Well, yes and no, yeah. Okay, yes.
Well, it's a good thing you said yes, because that's what's going on tonight.
No, as much as I love Jesse Miller, I got to tell you, the reason why I'm here is because these people is shooting me, VJ Brinsane, on the wickedest video camera to ever be seen by Sony in the longest time.
One thing I really like about this camera is the giant sideways flipping LCD monitor. It really turns me on.
Hey, this is Steve from Washington, D.C. You're watching the Dot Video Show with Jesse Miller.
Let's say you were going to be on a television show on the internet. Would it be important to you to be on the baddest ass camera available?
Oh, of course.
I don't watch regular TV anymore. Everything is on. Everything's on the internet.
I watch a lot of stuff on the internet.
You know what internet television is really good for?
What?
Plugs.
I made this dress, by the way.
Let me know when I can go.
I'm Gloria Castle. You're watching the Jesse Miller Show, shot on the 350.
But you think it's all about me? It's all about the camera.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. A little bit of test footage. That's for our camera guys out there that want to see what the stuff is like. Get these lights back on. So here it is, the PMW 350. First thing I want to draw your attention to, obviously it's a turn on, is the giant sideways flipping LCD viewfinder. Right? Look at that. Now, you see that there's some mirrors in the viewfinder. So it's a little frustrating at times because you got to be flipping it back and forth. Luckily, they put a switch right on the viewfinder controls that sort of make it right for you. You see how that flipped right back? So you could put it back down, and in eyepiece or regular mode, you got to flip it back. Boom. All right? But if you want to go into giant sideways flipping LCD mode, just flip the switch, and it reverses your monitor again. Pretty awesome. All right. So in keeping with the upgrades from the old cameras, the 350 definitely does have HDMI output. It's also got 2 card slots. Let me check you out. Right here. Here are your 2 card slots. Here's your HDMI output. You might say, well, how come Sony didn't take this opportunity to put in more card slots, right? Well, let's talk about 2 card slots. Lately, you got the 32 gig S/S cards. Each one gives you 100 minutes. So with 200 minutes of cards, that's already 3 hours and 20 minutes of record time. You put one of these Sony BPL, lithium-ion batteries on it, and that's 4 hours of battery time. So with 1 battery and 2 cards, you're ready to record a 3-hour show and still have, 20 minutes to an hour to sort of play with, right? I mean, that's pretty good. Anybody find that that's not quite enough? Anybody do a project that needs more than that? Well, if you do, stick a second battery in your bag, a couple more cards, and you're all set, right? All right, cool. So we've got this beautiful thing right here. What is this? A giant lighted LED panel. This is not, oh no, this is LCD also, but it's not quite video. It's just information. You've got your time code here, okay? You've got the amount of time left on media A and B. Those are your card slots. And you've also got, look, all 4 audio meters. And this isn't just the tiny stuff like you see on the side of a Betacam. They realized we're the Jetsons now. We need to see stuff big and lighted. You can turn this light on and off, right? If you want it on or off. But importantly, it's got stereo mic input, comes with the stereo microphone, 4 channels, audio. You can see it right here without having to dig too deep. Finally, we've got a 2/3 inch native 1920 by 1080 CMOS chip. Look how nicely this goes on your shoulder. All right? Ergonomic. It's not a semi-shoulder mount. It's a proper shoulder mount with a proper native 1920 by 1080 chip. Pretty nice. It's lighter than the other cameras. There's no tape drive, right? Pretty good. Turn it around. How's that? How
We have a
looking?
question as well.
All right.
Since you're holding it, approximately how much does it weigh?
Approximately, it weighs about 9 to 12 pounds with battery on it. All right. Cool. We're going to run this just a little bit long because we've got a couple extra things to show you about, and I'm pretty certain you guys are interested to hear a little bit more about the 350. What else does Midtown have to say about it? This lends itself very well to multi-camera applications. Let's say you're shooting a reality television show and you've got 6 crews out there. Let's say you're shooting a concert simultaneously with 6 cameras. What do you need? You need to sync up timecode. You need to sync up Genlock. You need your camera operators to be comfortable. So the ergonomics of the full shoulder mount plus the professional, inputs and outputs over here, timecode, Genlock, and remote to stick in a paint box, match your camera, and control your iris from a truck or from some kind of engineering station. That's pretty awesome. So you're at your 3-hour event, you've got enough battery, enough cards, and it's comfortable enough to last all 3 hours. This is the first entrant in the S/S line that sort of satisfies all those components. It's a much stronger processor than the smaller guys. EX3, EX1, and now the EX1R. If you do want to flip back and forth between viewing mode, right, and shooting mode, the whole camera has to basically reboot. Because of its size, because it's got a little bit more power to it, you can hit this thumbnail button and immediately, just like on the F350, the disc-based one, you're in your thumbnail viewing mode. You can see all the clips you've shot, and really your downtime is minimal. You can, there's record review, so check out your last shot, and you can jump back and forth between viewing your clips and making your clips with very little downtime. That's a benefit of having that bigger body, bigger, stronger processor. Something else that would make sort of the broadcast camera guys happy is that they finally changed the menu system. EX1R, EX3, there's a menu called Others. Now, it's very useful. There's lots of good stuff in the Others menu. But this camera system, much closer to the HDW F900 or your Betacam menu systems. You've got Operation, where you can change your zebras, change your recording format, this kind of thing. You've got Paint, where you can change your white balance, mess with the offset white balance, mess with your multi-matrices, and actually paint your scene files. And then you've got File, where you can load and store the setup files. So they're really organizing it in a similar manner to the older 2/3 inch cameras. And I'll invite you after the show to come on up and take a look at what I mean. We'll cycle through some of the menus, and you'll see the relationship between this camera and the other cameras of its size. Even though it's the S/S format, we're moving away from the sort of prosumer menu system and getting back to that broadcast menu system that's more familiar to your shooters and your engineers.
Jesse, they're worried about interchangeable lenses. What's working on this one?
So this is a 2/3 inch B4 mount. All right, any 2/3 inch B4 mount going back to Betacam will fit on this. Now you're definitely going to want a nice high definition lens, or perhaps you want to put on a Lettuce or a Pro 35 and add your PL mount cinema lenses. But the point is, this is not a special proprietary EX mount. This is the same 2/3 inch mount. You can take off your HDW F900 lens and stick it right on your 350. Pretty awesome, right? What else we got back there? Because we're about to transition.
I transition. I got
Okay.
a few more, but I think you're going to cover.
Cool, cool.